You are in for a real treat today because that glorious sound you hear is from one of America's premier gospel choirs. Get ready to tap your feet and clap your hands and shout with joy because the Howard Gospel Choir is here today on The Sound. Hello everyone, I'm Britt Waters and welcome to The Sound. I can't tell you how excited we are to be hosting the world famous Howard Gospel Choir, one of the most in-demand ensembles around the whole entire world, to be honest with you. And standing here right with me is 25 of them, glorious voices. They're waiting to sing the roof off this place. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
I'm so excited. So this is just a portion of the entire choir.
The choir is made up of about 60, 70 full-time students, recent alums, faculty, and members of the general Howard community. So this is just a small portion of the group that we brought to sing today.
Okay, this is the favorites for now?
The favorites.
All right. So which song do you have first for us?
We're going to sing Glorious God, which is the title track of a CD that we recently released. The album Glorious God was nominated for a few Stellar Awards, which is gospel music's highest honor. So we've been kind of taking the message everywhere, that we don't have to worry about the things that go on in our lives because we know that God is still in control of everything.
Awesome. Take it away.
Thank you.
He is a glorious God. Shower down your power and glory, oh God. Fill us with your spirit. Show your glory, oh God.
Yeah,
shower down your power and glory, oh God.
We need you to fill
us with your spirit. Show your glory, oh God.
Yes,
you are glorious. You are glorious, God. You reign forever. King of the ages.
You are
God. You are
glorious.
Glorious.
Yes, you are. You are glorious.
Glorious, God. You reign forever. King of the ages.
You are
God. You are
glorious.
glorious.
You are
You are glorious, God.
talk with the choir director, Reginald Golden, about the special album and some of the famous former members of the Howard Gospel Choir. Stick around for this sound. Welcome back to The Sound. I'm Britt Waters, about to get inside the mind of the man who makes the voices soar. First of all, those performances were amazing.
Thank you.
Like, that was great. So I was watching you guys and I was like, a little jealous. Like, how does one become a part of the Howard Gospel Choir?
We have auditions twice a year, formally in the fall and in the spring semesters. You can just send us an email at auditions@howardgospelchoir.com and we will get you started on your journey.
What's the audition process like? Is it like difficult, like American Idol judges are looking at us? Like, how are they
So
vetted?
we have a panel. I like to tell people that it's not an extensive process. If you're a singer, then everything makes sense. So we come in, we have you singing something by yourself. We come in, we have you sing some scales just so we can test your range. And then we teach you a piece of a song just to see how quickly you pick up and how quickly you learn. And section leaders or members of the adjudication panel are sitting there and they'll teach you a bit of a song. Then you're singing back with them, then you're singing by yourself, then you're singing with the rest of the ensemble to see if you could hold your part with everybody else singing what they
It's
sing.
a little bit difficult, more difficult than I could handle. But I mean, you have a really great, diverse group. How many people came out to audition?
This year we had like 100 people inquire about about auditioning, and then we let in a group of almost 30. So
Wow. So you have the best of the best. That's something to be proud of.
yeah, we
And
did.
how did you get your position?
By watching, by learning, we always try and do our best to expose the members of the choir to a lot of different things, and then we try and do our best to explain just so they can have knowledge and wisdom about music and have a greater level understanding. And so with that, like we tell people all the time, like you just come in and you just learn and just be like a sponge and soak up. And that's what happened when I joined the choir. I come from a very musical family, come from a very musical background back home in Cleveland, Ohio. And I came in Clifton Ross III, who was featured on a couple different seasons of BET Sunday Best, was the director.
Wow.
And he's brilliant, you know,
Yeah.
and so who wouldn't want to sit there and soak up all the wisdom that he's pouring out? So he would just teach and I would just watch, and he would just teach and I would just learn. And one day actually, when we were having a conversation, when he asked me, let me know that he was graduating and that he was gonna move on, he said, Reggie, I just noticed you watching me. I noticed you watching and learning. And so that's why I feel comfortable, because I know that you've paid attention.
Wow. It's always good to be learning and watching and prospering and everything that you want to do. But I know there's got to be some cons of being, the face of the choir when something goes wrong. Is it blamed on you?
No, never. No, I mean, we're such a big family and we're so involved, and so there's so many moving parts, you know what I mean? So you see me, I'm the one doing the interview, but we have a business team who are the ones who set this up, and then we have members of our clothing, team who make sure, that we look good when we go on stage, and then we have, president and administration and somebody who's pulling in grievances and somebody who's taking attendance. And so we have a huge team of people who are all doing their part. So, we're just like one body. And so, you may see me, I'm the head, but I can't get nowhere if we don't have any feet. And so everybody in the choir is super important, and it really is. And what you see when you see us standing up, when you see us singing somewhere, is really the product of everyone's collective investment.
That's amazing. I bet you guys have a really awesome group chat.
Which one?
Are there some without you in it? Oh,
I know, right? No,
maybe.
yeah.
But that's good that it provides a family, kind of a family feel, because, I'm not too far out of college. I know that college itself, the college experience, can be a test of your faith.
Absolutely.
How do you guys support each other, not just in being an amazing choir, but making sure everyone stays on top of their Christianity?
Well, one, because we come to the body like-minded, or eventually develop a like-mindedness as we are around each other. And one thing my mom always says, the great thing about being around people who are like you, or people who think in similar ways, is that when you're off, when you're off your center, and when your mind is kind of wandering, then you have people who share the same values as you, who can help kind of bring you back into the fold. But when everybody's doing whatever they want to do, then you don't necessarily have that same level of accountability. And so, it's just a blessing, and I think everybody feels a sense of duty and obligation to look out for one another, because everybody has an experience where somebody, an older person, somebody in the choir has done that, has looked out for them. And so, we talk about definitely spiritually, when we see each other having, going through struggles and going through difficult times. But then even like financially, look at our cash apps and see how many times $5, $10 is going from this account to this account.
From every angle, right?
Every angle. And so, together, we're definitely better together.
Yeah.
And so the group has definitely been blessed because the Lord has placed inside each one of our hearts a sense of family that we got to look out. We have to take care of one another. And that goes way beyond just making sure that we all can all sing together, that we, everybody has a roof over heads. Literally, every area of our lives has been permeated by our relationships with one another.
Yeah, and you might not even realize it, but you guys are role models. A lot of people look at college, they want to be on the football teams, they want to be on the cheerleading teams, even in the band, but Howard Gospel Choir is something that people aspire to do.
Wow.
And they're trying to build models of you guys in other colleges, and that's something to definitely be super proud of.
Yeah, we definitely acknowledge the broad and the wonderful shoulders upon which we stand. I mean,
yeah, and the legacy is great.
Yes.
Can you tell me some famous names that are alums of your choir?
Yes. Well, a lot. I can just start off with Uncle Richard. Richard Smallwood is a famous graduate of Howard University, and is so minded to give back into the choir. So he stopped by. He talks to us from time to time. Continues to pour into us. Angela Wimbush, the singer. Corey Cotton from The Sounds of Blackness. Twinkie Clark of the Clark Sisters.
Well, you could go all day. You got
a lot of
notable people in the choir.
A lot of them. Damian Sneed, but he's just one of the most brilliant musicians that we've ever encountered. He was here a bit before my time, but he's doing phenomenal things with Wynton Marsalis, and he's just a brilliant musician, so we definitely have to shout him out.
And with being in school, singing, touring the world, different countries, how do you guys kind of live in the moment and realize, yeah, we're doing this?
It's something that we try and meet every single day, because every single day comes with its own challenges, and even today, in order to make this statement, some people had to miss class, some people had to do different things. It's definitely a study in time management skills, and in prioritizing yourself and your time and your resources. But it's just like anything else that you fall in love with. You make it work, and you find a way to get this done and still eat. And you find a way to work and still be able to come to rehearsal, and find a way to be able to tour and still get all your work done, or
so you guys are already
most of the work done.
Not just college students, but full-time musicians.
Full-time musicians.
And I'm so glad.
Full-time musicians.
I could listen to y'all all day, all day. So let's get back into the music. When we come back, it's time to turn up the sound once again as 25 of the most gifted voices sing out. So stick around for the sound. Welcome back to The Sound. Britt Waters here with the world famous Howard Gospel Choir. This has been an amazing journey for you guys.
Yeah.
What's the next goal?
Well, Goya's God, the album really opened up a lot of doors for us. So we've been blessed to be able to travel a lot of different places, to be able to collaborate with a lot of different people. So when you ask what's coming up next, a lot of the same things, the continuation of the overflow that has come since the album. So we've been able to work with brand new people and to go to brand new places. And so we're really excited to be able to share this music with whoever will listen. And we're taking an international tour in 2018. We're traveling to Croatia again. So we'll be doing a lot of traveling, a lot of spreading of the message, a lot of digging deep. The choir has grown a lot in this season, and so we want to make sure that we don't have any outliers, that there are people who are leaving the space who don't feel as though they've grown right alongside with the choir. So when you come in, when you decide to make that investment, then we want to go and in return make that same investment into you. So a lot of individual growth, a lot of continued growth for the choir, and new uncharted territory.
I love that. And as the choir grows, the listeners grow as well.
Yes,
'Cause we're like
absolutely.
on the journey with you, kind of.
Yes, definitely.
So what's the next song you have?
This next song is one called Lord, I Thank You. And it's actually interesting that you mentioned that the listeners grow with us. If you've followed the Howard Gospel Choir, you know this is a song that we really love. And it'll be featured on the album that we have coming out entitled Let Us March On. So you
Nice.
keep listening, keep following, and keep marching with us.
All right, I'm ready for one of the fan favorites.
Here we go.
Go ahead.
Lord,
Wow, thank you so much to the Howard Gospel Choir and, of course, to all of you watching. We'll see you again on the next edition of The Sound.